lot of rice all the time. He's like, you gotta get out that dang rice, he knows. But anyways, Coach has taught me so much in my career. You know, just with him being who he is, but also the traits he takes to be as good as he is. Taught me a lot about desire, direction, diligence, dedication, character, commitment, resilience, resolve, all these things that it takes to be successful on the mat, but also in life. He is a family man, and he is beyond the mat. He is an amazing man. I look up to him, and with all the stuff that he's accomplished on the mat, to me, he's even a better person. And I'm excited for you guys to learn from him. He is knowledgeable to the max. I mean, he's got so much knowledge, and he's going to share that with you today. All right? So without further ado, I want to introduce to you two-time Olympic champion, four-time world champion, six total championships in the span of 6 years. He did it consecutively in 6 years. No one has ever done that, and he's done it. One of the best to ever do it. Okay? Coach John Smith. Give me one! It's a mic for the camera.
Well, I retired from coaching after 33 years. I've been retired 1 year. And just kind of looking back on my career, some of the things that really helped it. The state of California made a big difference in my career. And I want you guys to know there's a lot of men and women before you that were great. I coached a lot of great wrestlers at Oklahoma State that really helped. And there's a time that we got everyone. Anybody we wanted in California, we could get at Oklahoma State. And so you need to focus on you being the next generation of wrestlers that are going to wrestle all over the country. It starts with a goal, and you got to have a goal. But more important, you got to follow it up with some type of consistency with your training, your efforts, your focus. It's not all fun. It's tough. It's not easy. I had a son that wrestled in Fargo last week. How many of you went to Fargo? Okay. I had a son that wrestled in Fargo last week. Spent 18 months off the mat because he had an injury to his neck. 18 months. Couldn't get on the mat, couldn't do anything. Couldn't physically do anything. He came back after 18 months, he got to go and wrestle. It was a tough tournament. It was tough. The wrestling's not easy. We go through injuries, we go through things, and you just got to remember that the experience alone of competing in the sport of wrestling, the experience alone will make you a better man, and make you a better woman, and make you a better husband, and make you a better wife, and make you a better parent, and make you better all the way around. So when Mark was saying, yeah, Coach Smith on the mat, he's this. As a coach, he's this, but off the mat, he's this. It's just as good. That's what I'm proud of. Off the mat, I'm just as good as I was on the mat. And so that's what wrestling gives us. It gives us discipline. It gives us things that people don't have to go through in other sports. And so my message to you is this. For me, I was fortunate that we had a good hold on California wrestlers. I was real fortunate because the guys I got good ones, they all want national sports. You know, and you're the next generation of individuals that's going to have a chance to go into college and compete in college, get an opportunity to get your school paid for, get an opportunity to compete at a high level, and experience college wrestling. So that should be your goal for both men and women. Women's coming hard and fast because of some of the changes in NCAA and the poor decision that they made. And they literally could have made some of the worst decisions in human life, you know, for the goodwill of the student athlete. They didn't make any decisions for the student athlete. They made decisions for themselves. And so hopefully we can make some changes through the moment, which we're seeing some changes, some good things happening, some things going back to some normalcy. And so I think we all know that college sports is a good thing. It's a healthy thing. It needs to be a level. It was something for me growing up that motivated me. I wanted to wrestle at Oklahoma State in the second grade. You know, I wanted to be there. I wanted to compete. You know, and be on a team one day. So make sure you recognize that those opportunities are going to continue to exist, continue to improve. Wrestling is growing. It's the #1 growing sport in women's athletics in the nation. In any sport, wrestling's growing. You know, and so there's a lot of good things that we need to be excited about. But more importantly, our message before we get started is this. You gotta be disciplined. Wrestling's hard. You know, most people don't like anything hard. But just go through the hardness. You need it. You don't need it just to be a good wrestler. You need it to be a good person. You need it to be a good mother. You need it to be a good father. Go through it. Go through it. Don't avoid the hard things in wrestling. Embrace the hard things. Okay, I didn't win 2 gold medals because I didn't embrace the hard things. I won 2 gold medals because I had good coaches. I had an older brother that forced me to deal with the hard things, making weight, doing well in school while I was wrestling, dealing with injuries. I had a knee injury, I had a shoulder injury, I had a wrist injury, I had an ankle injury. I wrestled in one of my Olympics with a torn ACL. You think that's hard? You guys know what an ACL is? Do you think that's hard? It's hard. I was fortunate enough that I never felt pain from it. You know, I was lucky. You know, but I didn't feel pain because when I used to work on strengthening my legs, I got strong enough to deal with maybe a setback with the knee injury. You know, and so those are things that I share about myself. But I always dealt with the hard things. I always knew that by dealing with the hard things, I'm one step above anyone else. Because I know they're not going to deal with it the way I am. Take it straight on and deal with it. So remember this, okay? We're no one without our education. I coached for 32 years. I went into some homes and guys were just unbelievable, incredible wrestlers, but they can't get in. School anymore. Doesn't do us any good. We don't take care of our academics. Okay? Doesn't do us any good. So always make your academics first. And if school's hard for you, which it was hard for me, okay, so what? Do it. You got to do it. Don't make mom and dad beg you to study. You do it because you want to wrestle. I did school, I sacrificed, I did everything I was supposed to do academically, and I did it because I wanted to wrestle. And that's okay. You know, so with that, let's warm up, and we'll start right away with working on those single legs, the second session. With this first session, we're going to work on defense. So let me just give you a little quick philosophy on defense. Okay? The more you can defend, the stronger your offense gets. You don't become a great offensive wrestler until you have defense. Okay? Most people don't look at it that way. But when you take everyone, if I'm analyzing Mark Munoz on his career at Oklahoma State, okay? The reason why he was so good offensively on his feet is because he didn't even realize he had such good defense. Because we're not scared. We're not scared of someone taking us down. We're confident that we can get our hips back. We're confident in doing things. Okay? And so the offense comes from good defense. Elvis had one of the best single legs in the world. And then I realized that, you know, nobody scored on me very often. You know, I had strong defense. Really strong defense. But I wasn't a defensive wrestler. I'm not talking about being a defensive wrestler. I'm talking about building our confidence in our defense to allow us to go out and feel free to be as aggressive as we want on the offense. And when you know you can defend, when you know you have defense, you're going to be aggressive. It's going to force you to be a lot aggressive. So we're going to work on defense in this session, and then we'll move from there. How about a warm up with these? Yeah, we're good? Okay.
All right, hey guys, start jogging.
Let's go.